Assalamualaikum and welcome back. Today we'll be learning about how to import files from Excel and Notepad into SPSS and then how to export those into Microsoft Word. We'll also be learning a bit about frequencies. Now ideally you would want to directly input your data into SPSS, but in the case that you input it into Excel or Notepad, then you can still easily import it here into SPSS. For that, what you should do is just dedicate the first row in the Excel or Notepad file to the names of the variables uh, completely, and then the data entry should be in the following rows. Now there are two methods which are practically the same, not that different, right? But we'll explore both of them. Go to File, read text data. Let's upload an Excel file first. So from the files of type, we'll select the extension for Excel and then browse an Excel file. Select this and then click open. Now here, as I previously mentioned, that you should dedicate the first line of your the first row completely to the names of the variables. So then we'll take this box and then click OK. Here you can see that the file has easily been imported into alright, so for Notepad I'll show you the other method. Go to File, Open, Data. It's actually practically the same thing, but anyways, from files of type you'll have to select the extension for Notepad, which is text. Then select a Notepad file and select open. Click next. Are variable names included at the top of your file? As I mentioned, you should do that, so select yes, then click on next. The first case of data begins on which line number? Line number 2, because the first line or the first row is dedicated simply to the variable names. Then each line represents a case, and because we want to import all of the cases, so we'll select all of the cases over here. Then click next. Now while making the Notepad file, I used tab to separate the columns, to separate the variables, right? So I'll tick tab and untick space and then click next. The system is telling us that we have an invalid variable name, so that's because names should be in the format of string, but obviously we can't do that in Notepad, so the system has automatically changed that. So we'll then select next, then we select finish. As you can see, the data has been easily transferred from Notepad to SPSS. But for gender, we'll have to edit it in the variable view, because gender is in string format and we can't have gender in string format, as I mentioned in the previous video. So we'll have to edit that part, but we can't simply change this, because if we just add values here and change the data, it would actually cause loss of data over here, so we can't afford to do that. I'll explain this in a later video, how we're supposed to recode variables into different variables by the transform function. So in the output window you can see that we have 4 males and 6 females out of a total of 10 entries. You can also see the graph that we added, the bar graph. You can double click to edit this. You can change the colors of the graph, of the bars in the graph. It's better to add patterns instead of colors, because if you get a black and white printout of the document, it would not display colors, but it would display patterns. So it's better to apply patterns. So let's apply this. Let's apply a different one to the other graph. So let's apply a different one. Click apply. Now we can save and then load this template. Go to file, save chart template, click on layout in styles and then click continue. I want to save this in documents, so I'll do that. Name this graph template. select save. Now you can go to file and apply chart template to load this template on another graph, right, for another document. Instead of having to like set templates for each and every graph, you can simply do this, right? So moving on, let's go back to the input window. Alright, now let's go to analyze again, descriptive statistics, select frequencies. Now notice that our previous settings are already in place, so we'll remove gender from here. We'll take age, which is a continuous variable, to the other side. We can also take multiple variables at once, like this, but for now I'll just use age. Go to statistics, select mean, median, mode. We'll also want standard deviation, minimum, maximum values, and standard error free. Now this totally depends on you and what you require. Like if you need quartiles, you can check this box. If you need skewness, kurtosis, you can check these. You need variance, range, that totally depends on you. But for now, I'll just check these. Continue. Go to charts. You need histograms for continuous variables, and choose to show the normal curve. Go to continue. Now remember, we don't need frequencies for continuous variables, so we'll untick this box and press OK. Now this is the normal curve displayed on our histogram, and we can see that our graph is somewhat in line with it, but not like totally in line with it. Now for the export part, you can simply right click on the charts to copy them. You can also right click on the tables to copy them. You can right click on this part to copy it. You can basically copy any part of this output window and then simply paste it in a Word document. Or you could also go to the export button and click on that. Then you could specify the location and name the document as you want. But you need an active window for this, because if it's not active, then you'll have to bring it to the front and then press the export button. Then select OK. And now it's saved. Let's go there. You can see here in the output window document that we just saved, we have all the tables and the charts and everything that we had in the output window in this document. But it's in the RTF format. If you want, you can convert it into the native doc format by going to File, Save As, and then choose whatever extension you want to save it with. And then you can edit and do whatever you want in this file. It's also a good idea to save the output window as it is, just in case. That's it for today. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section.